The heartbeat is controlled by electrical signals initiated by autonomic pacemaker cells in the sinoatrial and atrioventricular nodes, which means the heart does not need the brain to generate electrical signals. Cardiac cells are connected by gap junctions, which enable the action potential in one cell to trigger an action potential in its neighboring cell. The flow of action potentials is the traveling electrical signal in the heart. But what is the action potential? The cardiac action potential is the brief change in the voltage across the myocyte due to the movement of ions across the cell membrane. At rest, there is a greater concentration of sodium ions outside of the myocyte, whilst there is a greater concentration of potassium ions on the inside. This gives a potential difference of about negative 90 millivolts. To facilitate the movement of ions across the cell membrane, ion gates and channels such as the sodium-potassium pump and calcium channels open and close briefly during the heart cycle, causing periods of depolarization and repolarization. During depolarization, the potential difference of the membrane becomes more positive. The increasing positivity is mainly due to the opening of sodium ion channels, which enable sodium ions to enter the cell. After which, there's a plateau phase where calcium ions enter the cell and potassium ions exit. The loss and gain of almost equally charged particles causes this period, which helps to sustain a proper contraction of the heart. During repolarization, the potential difference of the membrane becomes more negative due to the efflux of potassium ions through open potassium channels. An electrocardiogram shows electrical activity in the heart. The P wave represents a depolarization of the atria, the QRS complex shows the depolarization of the ventricles, the ST segment shows the plateau phase of the ventricular myocytes, and the T wave represents the repolarization of the ventricles. Any alteration to the cardiac activity